So I recently got back from New York, where I was at because of the US launch of Huawei's Matebook. And I was super grateful that Huawei invited me to this event, as it was my first press event I have ever attended. It was also my first time in New York, and it was my first time flying by myself, because I absolutely hate flying. I'm super scared of heights. But needless to say, I had a blast, and I wanted to continue that first time experience by doing a what's in my bag video, because I've never done one before. I've never really had a reason to do one. So without further ado, these are the items that I brought with me to New York, and pretty much what's in my bag. Let's not waste any time and jump straight into this. Starting with the bag itself, I'm rocking a Sony backpack. I don't have the exact model number off the top of my head. However, you can find all of that stuff in the description of this video. Just click on the link and it'll take you over there. Now the bag retails for anywhere between $100 to $125. The bag is extremely portable. It's very small, very compact, but it packs a ton of stuff. You can fit a lot of gear inside this little backpack, and it maintains a small footprint. Starting at the top, there's a little compartment here, and inside this pocket, I actually have my Bluetooth headphones. Now the Bluetooth headphones I'm bringing are from J&amp Audio, and they're really good and very, very affordable. You see, when I go on different trips, whether it's like when I went to NAB or when I go visit family, I don't like to bring expensive headphones with me, because you take that chance of losing them getting stolen, misplacing them, breaking them. I don't know, there's a million things that could happen to your headphones, and I would rather be down like $30 versus $200 or $300. So with that being said, these headphones from J&amp Audio are amazing for the price point. They come with replacement ear tips as well as little locking rings to make sure you get a secure fit. Now they are a little bit bulkier than other headphones of this style, but that doesn't translate into weight. They maintain a very lightweight form factor. Battery life is really good also. I'm getting anywhere between 8 to 10 hours of use, and they charge from 0 to 100 in roughly about an hour and a half, which is simply amazing. They do feature a built-in microphone, so you can answer phone calls and place phone calls with these. You're getting a ton of killer features, and they pack a big punch for that $30 price point. Now also up top, I am bringing my PS Vita. Now I don't have a ton of games on it, but the games that I do have on it are definitely enough for me, especially for this trip, and that includes things like Twisted Metal and Final Fantasy VII, plus I'm a PS Now subscriber, so I can always stream games on the flight. Now I'm also bringing my Sony a6300. Now this is going to be the camera that I bring to events because it's very small, very lightweight, and it gives you great quality. Now to go along with that camera, it also has hybrid autofocusing, but you need a Sony lens that supports it. Well, the 16 to 70 lens that I'm bringing that has an aperture of f4 and it is a Zeiss lens is just simply a great combination with this camera. Finally, I'm bringing my LG G5. Now this isn't my daily driver, but I'm bringing it along with me so I can get some sample images or video, or maybe even shoot a review in New York, because it's a change of scenery. Now you're gonna notice that I'm rocking a Slick Wraps Deadpool Justin Mahler skin, and it looks really awesome. Moving on to the side compartments of the backpack, starting on the right-hand side, you have a large zippered pocket and then like a net pocket. Now inside the net pocket, I'm not gonna have anything tech related. I'm actually gonna stash some food in here. So the audio interface that I'm rocking is the Tascam DR701D. Now I upgraded from the Zoom H5, and it's nothing personal. I think the Zoom H5 sounds great. The thing was that I wanted something that was easier to connect to my Red. In theory, this wasn't for my a6300 or for travel. It was so that way I could get XLR inputs into my Red weapon. And I found this to be a much better solution, because I can either attach it on some 15mm rods or just directly underneath that camera. But I also realized that I could bring it along with me to trips and use it as like an audio interface, or hook it up to the bottom of my a6300 and then get XLR inputs. Anyways, that's enough rambling on about that. Let's go ahead and go to the other side of the backpack, and here you have a couple more compartments. Now you have two small compartments that are attached to a large zippered pocket, and inside these I have, like in the top one is my business cards and my business card holder. Now, if you're interested in the business card holder, I'll link it in the description. It's nothing fancy. It looks great, and I think it was like $7 on Amazon. The business cards I got done at Zazzle, I believe, and they offer some really awesome selections, and they're relatively cheap as well. Now, on the lower pocket below my business cards, I have like a little pouch here. It's just a microfiber pouch, and inside that, I have a Samsung T3. Now this is the update from the T1, and I have to say it's a really, really good update. If you're a fan of the T1 and you have the money or you're interested in the T3, I definitely suggest getting one. The build quality alone is outstanding as it's done in metal, and it attaches using USB Type-C. Even though the speeds are pretty much the same as the T1, the build quality alone is worth it. Moving on to the zipper pocket, I have several different items in here. The first of which is a power bank that's 15,000 milliamp hours, and it's a brushed aluminum finish. It does feature quick charge, and I believe it's like 50 bucks. All of those details can be found in the description, so make sure you check there. The thing about it is I can use it to power my Sony a6300 and my Tascam easily, and I don't have to bring a bunch of batteries with me because this thing is going to do, get me through probably the whole trip. Now the next item I'm bringing is a tool from Red. This tool was only like 25 or 28 bucks, and you can use it on pretty much any camera. You can also use it to take off or put on quick release plates on the go, and it's just a great tool to carry in your bag, regardless if it's an everyday bag or a travel bag. Now the last item I have in here is my X-Rite Color Checker Passport. The name pretty much says it all. It's a color checker, and it's the size of a passport. What you do is you take like a shot of this prior to shooting your main footage, and it's going to, match up your white balance and make sure your colors are accurate. Okay, so finally we're gonna dive into the meat and potatoes of the backpack, which is the center portion. And here I have my lenses that I'm going to be using primarily. Now, yes, I am bringing my Sony 16-70, which is pretty much my vlogging lens and if I need autofocusing. But my quality lenses are in here, such as my Canon 16-35 f4 with optical image stabilization. And of course, I'm bringing along my Matebook speed booster, so that way I can attach this lens to my a6300. Now, when I use the speed booster with this lens, that f4 actually becomes f2.8, which is simply amazing. So the next thing I'm bringing is my variable ND filter. Now it's an 82mm size variable ND filter, and my suggestion, whenever you're buying variable NDs, make sure you get the biggest one that you can possibly find, and then use like step up or step down rings to compensate for adapting it to other lenses. Next up, I have an external monitor. Now, I've always been a big fan of external recorders like the Shogun and the Pixie E5 and Pixie E5H, and I still love those devices. But the more and more I talked with other people and saw the quality that they were getting using just internal recording, prime example is Armando Fiera. It blows my mind the image quality that he's getting. With that being said, I went ahead and picked up the Small HD 501, which gives me super compact portability, and it doesn't compromise on quality. The display on this thing is absolutely gorgeous. Everything is controlled using a joystick rather than touchscreen, which is a benefit because A, your screen is less likely to get damaged and you don't have to worry about all the smudges and smears. Plus, it's just easier to control in certain aspects. Now, in terms of mic and audio, I'm bringing my Sennheiser AVX system. Now, the AVX system is really, really dope in the sense of how easy it is to just turn on and get going. Now, instead of the MKE2, I have the MKE1. Quality off of this thing is absolutely gorgeous. I love the sound quality coming off of this lavalier mic, and it's so small you can't even see it in frame. Another thing that I have inside the main compartment area is a little cable management bag from Think Tank. And what's really cool is they include like little bungee cables that you can adjust to fit whatever you need it to fit. And it's going to keep everything nice and tangle free while it's in that bag. Now the laptop I'm bringing is a MacBook Pro 15-inch 2015 edition. The skin that you see on it is from Toast. It's a custom wood engraved skin that has Alien and Predator on it because I'm a huge fan of that series. Well guys, that pretty much does it. That was my first ever what's in my bag style video. I appreciate you guys for watching this. Be sure to subscribe, like the video, follow me on all my social media connections, and of course, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Be easy.